moments when we have a bad range session, I'll admit that. But remember, there's a lot more to golf than just hitting golf balls, right? I mean, the big thing is that we need to keep it play. We need to find out what our miss is for that day and work with it, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. Good. All right.
He's getting higher though in his backswing.
Good.
Good.
That's good.
He's not fully there, but it's better than we had.
Good. Good. It takes time. That's a whole new feeling. Now, have we gotten out and played any golf?
No, not in a couple weeks. Now that school's back up,
Just at school.
because during the summer, my dad can take half days on Fridays, and we were going then.
Okay.
And then sometimes on Sundays, but because of school, it's really just I got this on Saturday, then I got to mow a couple of my neighbors' lawns. So Sunday is really our only good chance to play. So we haven't got to in a couple weeks.
Big thing I'm seeing is that path is over the top, my friend.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, so here's what I'm talking about right here, okay? So it's what I kind of thought here. So he's got that little bump that he's doing, right? We talked about that, right?
Yep.
But look how much the arms have moved. Look how little your trunk has moved, okay? So let me just kind of talk about this and we'll kind of put the club down, right? But it's going to be kind of one of those things that I get here. Next is my belly button starts to turn. See how that moves my arms down? Mm-hmm. Next is the shoulders, right? And then the hands release. Okay, so what I'm seeing here with you, okay, right, you get here, you bump, and now look at your arms coming down, right? If you look at JT here, when he gets here, he's starting to turn his torso more, and you're kind of leaving yours behind. Is that, you guys see that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so let's put the club down just for a sec, big guy. Okay. So let's put our arms across our chest, okay? So we're going to take a little bit of a backswing, okay, good. All right, now bump into your lead side just a little bit. There you go. Now, feel like your torso moves, okay, and then the shoulders come, okay? Boom. Okay, let's do it again. You feel what your belly's doing now?
Yeah.
Does that feel different than what you normally do?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, that's big. Alright? Right, because you're kind of used to go on up to the top, right? Bump, right? Bump in, right? And then you're used to that, right? Okay. And you can see that if I do that, the club starts to go away from me a little bit.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Okay. Okay. So that's going to take some time. You can tell that's a whole different move for you, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Go ahead and turn. There you go, good. Okay. Now give me a little bump forward. Okay, now feel like that. So hold on. Do it again. All right. I'm gonna hold this back. Bump. Right. Turn your waist. There you go. Okay. Okay. So it's kind of one of those things, as I said. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay.
Yep.
Right. And it's one of those things that just going to take some time,
Yeah.
right? I mean, that's the big thing, but just to kind of start to feel, right? If I get you here and then I turn this, you can see the legs start to move back, start to push that back. But once I start to do this and I start to use my arms, you see how everything starts to come up a little bit on me,
Yeah.
right? And then I start to kind of back out of it. Any questions? Anything you see that?
No, I mean, just looking at the video there, his club, how far out it is.
Mm-hmm. Right, and if I got him to do this, right, so go ahead and bump, right? There you go. We'll take your arms here real quick, right? Push them out towards me. Yep. Now I want you to just move your trunk. Okay? See how that's going to start to come down? But once he starts with that and then start with the shoulders, you see what we're doing?
Yeah, he stays tall.
Mm-hmm. He has to, right? Okay.
You know, almost every swing, he's practically hitting on the upswing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right? But you can definitely see, like where we see JT here, right? His trunk's starting to move a lot more than his hands, right? Where you're going to keep your trunk over here and then you're throwing your hands a little bit. Okay? All right, so let's just try to go. And remember, that lead bump, right? It's never that big, right? It's just set, right? I don't want you ever getting the idea of going,
Yeah.
right? Then we get too much pressure going into the ground, okay? But that ground force reaction is going to push us back. That's the big thing. You see that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This has got to be slow, right? Bump. Feel your trunk move. There. Okay, you see where that club's coming in at now?
Yep.
That's big. Mm-hmm. Okay, let's keep going, okay? I think we're on the right path here, okay? Okay, hip, trunk, shoulders, hands. Yes. Okay, let's take a look at this guy. Okay. Look how much different that is.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Come on over here, brother. All right, so if we get right here, see where that lead elbow is now?
It's a lot closer.
Right. Okay, so now if we can just kind of keep that idea, right? The hip kind of bumps, the trunk starts to turn, we're keeping those arms back a little bit, right? Then the shoulders are gonna go, and then the hands, look at that.
Angle of attack, my hands are like way out in front of me.
Right, but let's look at our legs here. All right, good. I just want to see if we got a little bit too much soft leg as we come through here. Yeah, I mean, you're trying so hard to get your left leg out of the way there, right?
Yep.
Okay. And look how far back you've gone to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Much better.
Versus that. So much better.
Correct. I mean, at least that's definitely got a chance. And look at our arms coming through here a little bit. That's good. Okay, but look how much more vertical you are up.
Yeah.
Okay, and look where your foot's at.
Yeah, it's on my left heel.
Right, right. And let's see how we come
The
through
little
here.
point of your swing. Go point from here
Yeah.
to there.
Much better. Does that give you some understanding, big guy?
Yeah.
Big bro? Got it? Good. So I think that's the big thing that we're missing is that we're doing the lower part, right? It leads, and then this guy's got to start turning. He starts bringing the arms closer to us, right? Through, okay? So what I want to kind of do right now is I just want you to hit some small shots. Okay?
Okay.
Just try to get a feel for that, right? 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay? All right, do it slow, right? Feel the hip, feel the trunk, feel the shoulders, feel the hands. Yeah. And guess what that takes care of?
Early release.
Early extension.
Early extension.
All right. See how that? Good. Feel like that belly button's turning through it as you come through?
Yep.
Right? Feel that belly button turning through for you. Okay? Yes. All right. Whenever you're ready, just hit a few balls. Nothing crazy. We're just trying to go for a feel right now. Okay? Now give me just a small little swing out towards that second baseman, okay?
All right.
Right? Try to hold that angle of that club, okay? Don't release it.
All right.
All right, so as you get there, yep. Turn, yeah, yeah. I see you kind of, as you get here, you're kind of releasing those hands just a little bit.
Okay.
Okay. Let's take a look at that one. How'd that feel? You feeling your belly kind of turn now?
Yep.
Okay. Let's check and see, okay? You gotta hold that angle, pal. Gotta hold that angle, okay? When you get into this position right here, right about here, that club should be like this, okay? All right, so we got to get that feeling, okay, of driving that butt of the club back down towards the ball, okay? All right, you don't need to help it into the air, okay? You need to feel like you're driving it into the ground, okay? Good. Okay, you're gonna have to, on this one, we're gonna have to exaggerate it. I want it to feel like it's touching you almost, okay?
All right.
All right? Gotta exaggerate it. There you go. Good. Okay. Yes, much better. Look at your low point now. Okay. We'll see if you did it, but I can tell by the low point that it's better. Much better. I mean, I wouldn't say it's perfect, but you see what the line is, right? It's inside of it. Okay. Still early releasing just a little bit. Much better. Okay?
Yep.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
All right. Okay, one more time. Give it to me. Okay, really exaggerate that angle down, okay? There you go. Good. Getting that low point way up ahead. Great. Okay, good. All right. You feel how that ball's coming off that face now?
Yeah.
Okay, let's take a look and see if we did it again. I just want to make sure that we cement this. All right, still just a little bit early, right? You can see that the trunk's still staying behind just a little bit. Okay, see where JT is? Okay. All right, let's keep going, okay? You see anything there, partner?
Much better when he does that.
Mm-hmm. Right, really hold that angle, right? Maintain that angle. Don't release that club until almost the last second, like it's almost too late. Okay?
All right.
There you go. Good. So let's take a look. See, do you feel like you really held your angle there?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Much better. Okay?
Yep.
Much better. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Starting to get that belly to move a little bit better. Good. Good. And look where we're getting that elbow, right? It's driving back in front of us, okay? That's big, buddy. All right, let's keep going. Give me 6 more swings here, and I really want you to feel like you're holding that angle for me, okay?
All right.
There you go. A little bit of an early release there. Did you feel it?
Yep.
Okay, good. There you go. Drive that butt of the club back down towards that ball. Drive it aggressively down. little bit of an early release. You feel that? Okay, see where that elbow's getting back at? Getting just a little bit back behind us, just a little bit, right? Alright, so set up for me one time. Up to the top. Good, alright. And then really feeling like this is coming through, okay? That's a feel, right?
Yep.
It's going to be a little bit less than that, but I want you to kind of feel when you get here, this hand is going to go this way.
Okay.
As you start to drive down, getting more angle right here.
Yeah.
Okay? That's going to be big for us, okay? That's going to get this right elbow driving in front of us, right? There you go, right? Feel like that belly button leads and you pull down hard. There you go. Okay? Give me 4 shots here. We're going to have to work on that club path, okay? But right now, we're just trying to get rid of that early release with our hands, okay? Good. But you're still getting a little bit under here. See how you're getting here, and then you're gonna kind of twist just a little bit. Okay. And this kind of goes back to what I was talking about with the physics of it. Okay. So if you come on over here, big bro.
Yep.
Okay. So if we kind of look at where he's at here, right? There's not a lot of the force is right here centered. Does that make sense? Okay. Let me see if I can give you guys an example here of what we're trying to do here. Tour players. I think I got Colin. Oh, he's pretty good at what we're trying to explain here. Okay. You guys know I'm so far away. Why don't you put him out in Texas for me? Right. Look at where his head is in relationship to his right leg. Look at where now I know he's got the driver here.
Yeah.
Okay? But you see where your head is here in relationship? Okay? So if I wanted to create, and this comes back to the power point, right? If I want to create, you know, that physical arm that we were talking about, right? I need to get more here. Okay? And that's where I need to be. I need to kind of have my chest and head a little bit more over my right leg here a little bit. Okay? And that way I can really drive back down into it, right? Okay? But if I'm kind of like this, okay, I'm not really generating any force.
Yeah.
And then what it is for you, right, it's really tough for me to say, hey, I want you to get your belly to move, okay? Because then you're going to kind of do this, okay? So if I can get you to kind of get more this way, okay, you're going to create that resistance. You're going to get that hip pulling back like we talk about. And then you can kind of feel that run up and jump. Okay, does that make sense?
Yeah.
Do you guys see what I'm trying to explain here a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay, so if I got you here, go ahead, set up. Good. Just feel like your head's going to get over your right leg. Okay, so here's a few things that have already happened for us, okay, because we're doing this, right? You can see that you've gotten a lot wider with your swing, okay? But once I start to get here, then this can start to go like this, or back over here, okay? So once again, set up for me. Okay. Do you feel this pretty tight?
Yep.
Okay. Is there much back in here?
Much what?
No tension, is there?
No, not really.
Correct. Correct. Okay. So now stomp. Okay. And then get your belly button to move. Now you're creating torque. Okay. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't see Colin doing this as he gets on up there. Like what you're kind of doing, right?
Mhm.
It's going to be there, okay? And that way I can really move my hips. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay, do it again for me. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. Drive down and through. See what we're doing there, big guy? Okay. Now let me ask you, how much resistance or tension are you feeling now compared to the other type of swing?
It feels more relaxed,
Okay.
I guess. Or I mean, there's a lot more like since all my weight's over this right leg, it feels like it's my right foot feels like it's like planting in the ground a lot more.
Yes! 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 So it's definitely that feeling, right, that this foot wants to turn out.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So if I get right on in here and I turn, right, I should feel a lot of pressure pushing into that ground force that I want to feel.
Yeah.
Okay? And now I can move, I can get that little bump, turn, right? And it keeps my legs long, keeps my chest short.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
A little bit? Okay? Because I think, you know, a couple weeks ago we had him on the board where he's kind of getting back there.
Yeah.
Right? And that's kind of that same concept, right? Getting our weight to get back in over here, right? And now you can see if I do this, right? If I'm looking at the resistance pattern, right, where my force is, right, it's like this. Okay? With you, when you get here, it's like this.
Yeah.
Okay? It's probably a very poor way of explaining the physics of it, but I'm trying. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay? Give me a swing. Okay? How does that feel?
Good.
Okay? Good? Turn back for me. Good. Okay, bump. Turn your waist through. Okay, release those hands a little bit. Don't hold that angle. Okay.
Okay.
All right. There you go. Good. Okay. Do you feel yourself moving through the ball?
Yeah.
Okay. One more time for me. Okay. What does this also get rid of?
Early extension.
Reverse pivot.
Reverse pivot. Yeah.
Right?
Oh yeah, because I'm rotating.
Correct.
Instead of.
Right. Yeah. Okay, does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so just trying to give you a few things of what's going to cure it, right, for what we need to do. All right, give me 4 swings. Any questions of what we're talking about, guys?
No.
Questions? Okay. Okay, so if we can kind of get that trunk to move. Yeah. And hopefully we start to build a little bit more speed into the swing. That's the big thing here, is that we're starting to get more of a physical push against the ground. That looked faster.
Yeah, it felt faster. I didn't. I really thinned it, but I think I got more ball speed too.
Okay. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Good. All right. Physics lesson. Keep going. All right, doesn't need to be fast, just needs to be turned in the right sequence and the speed will come.
All right.
Let's take a look at that guy. Do you feel like you're holding the angle though?
Probably not.
Okay. Okay, much better job of getting back behind it. See that?
Yep.
Okay.
Definitely over rotated though.
Well, the big thing is I see a little bit of a lift there. Okay,
Yeah.
do you see that?
Yep.
Okay, so when I look at Colin here, right, you can see that he's getting on over there, but he's not raising his chest.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you kind of look at me here real quick, okay, so you're doing good at getting that over there, right, but we're doing it kind of in this manner,
Uh-huh.
right? It's got to be kind of more of this.
Yep.
You see where I'm at right
Yeah.
there? Okay. Once I start to really get my arms really up, right, and start to do this, okay, I'm kind of not pushing into the ground at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it's definitely got to be kind of more of this idea when I get here, that, okay? You see how wide I am right here?
Yeah.
I'm not up really too far, right? But I'm getting really wide, really there, okay?
Yep.
Now, to you, right, and we've kind of fought this, right, is to you, right, this feels probably way up over here, right?
Yeah.
Instead of being like this,
Yep.
okay? So I want you to kind of see the difference, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Right, so once again, as I kind of go, it's going to be more of this. Now I can really feel my right foot turning, wanting to turn out. I can really feel like I can really push into the ground and I can get everything kind of moving and going through.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yep.
All right, good guy. Okay, so it's not that the chest is going to go elongated, right? It's going to stay kind of short, okay, as we get that kind of chest over our right leg. Mm-hmm. Okay, do it again for me, slowly. There you go. Okay, good. Uh-huh. Good. Once again. Right? Okay. Do you feel like your chest is still over the ball quite a bit?
Yeah.
Right? Okay, good. Mm-hmm. There you go. Okay. One more time for me. Right, good. So remember, we're turning that chest, over to this right leg somewhere, right? But we're not trying to extend up. We're trying
Right.
to keep that chest here. Okay? Good. Give me a couple swings. Any questions there, big guy? Down the line here. How'd that one feel, partner?
Good.
Okay. That one looked like it had been the best so far of what I'd seen, so let's see how we're doing here. Okay, maybe raising up just a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, just a bit. All right. Yeah, still getting those hands out in the way there, partner. So I like that. We just got to. Let's see what we're doing here. Yeah, right there. So you see what I'm kind of looking at here, partner?
Yeah.
Okay. You're doing good with the turn. I'm good with that. Okay, I don't want to see that lift
Yeah.
though. Okay, I'd much rather see you keeping that kind of angle with our head getting more over. Does that make sense? Okay. That's just a little bit too extended there, and that's what's happening. Let's see what happens to our legs. Kind of popping up there. See that? Okay. And really getting, as you can tell, you're really getting underneath the plane here at this point.
Yeah.
You see that?
Yeah.
Okay, that's really underneath the plane. So for you, if you don't kind of flip the ball or come over the top, it's going to go dead right. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So set up again for me. Okay. Up to the backswing. Good. Okay. Bump into that lead side. Right. Feel your torso, feel your trunk turning. Right. More like kind of pointing down towards the ground. So more like this. Okay. As I get here, right, I don't want to just kind of feel like this kind of turns up.
Okay.
Okay. I want to feel like I get in here and this is turning more level. Does that make sense a little bit? Okay. Good. Yeah. Okay. I think that's just the big thing. The big key is that we've got to get used to getting our trunk to move second. Okay. Instead of getting our arms to start. Right? We just got to do that slow, because I think for you, you're very used to wanting to press into the side, which you're doing good, and then the second move for you is to release our hands, right? We got to kind of get rid of that a little bit. Right? You can see if we kind of focus on the trunk a little bit, right, and I get you to turn it, you're not so focused on what your hands are doing, and they kind of come down naturally. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, once again. Okay, once again. Do it again. Good. There you go. Okay. It's obviously not the correct way right there, but just trying to get you to pull that down a little bit, okay?
Right.
Right, good, right? You feel your belly button as it's kind of turning through here a little bit, okay? The other way that you can kind of think about, if I had light bulbs right here on my shoulders, I want to feel like those light bulbs are turning.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? I think we've talked about that before.
Yeah, I think so.
Right, okay? All right, now, as far as what I see with that, that's what we've got to kind of work on with our movement pattern, right? One, making sure that I feel my belly starting to turn second and keeping that angle, okay? That's a big part for us that we need to kind of work on. The other part is that what I'm really seeing here, as far as what I'm kind of seeing, is this over-the-top path.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's definitely one of those things when we're out there practicing, we need to just kind of have those alignment rods and try to start getting our path more towards a positive, okay, or closer to zero. I don't care if it's a little negative, I'm fine with that, but at 7 or 8 over the top, you're going to have to keep that face wide open to keep it straight. And there's so much, I mean, look at the spin on it. It's going through the roof just to kind of keep it on your target.
Yeah.
And that's where you're losing a lot of your distance. That makes sense?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Okay, so for the next couple here, okay, I really just want to kind of get you that feel of getting more of a positive, okay, and start getting that path more out to the right a little bit, or closer to it, okay? Move that up in your setup just a little bit for me. There you go. That had absolutely no spin on it.
That's weird.
That's wild.
I think that was better.
Okay, good. So here's what I'm seeing here, right? Here's your spin rate, right? Okay, there's your spin rate.
Is that better than the 8,000 one, or what should I be at?
Well, with the 9 iron, we should be at about 8,000. The one before that was 3,300.
Okay.
So
yeah.
that would have been kind of good for a driver,
Uh-huh.
right? So it tells me that releasing a little bit early, right? Does that make sense? Adding loft to the club,
Yeah.
right? Which will kind of reduce the spin a little bit, right? Which is going to just kind of get up there and go. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Is that why when you thin the ball, it goes lower, but it can roll really far because you don't get any spin on it?
Yeah, you're getting a forward spin.
Yeah.
Does that
right.
make sense? You're
Yeah.
going to get a forward spin, right? On this, what you're doing is you're kind of creating a back spin almost. You're kind of releasing a little bit early, and that can really affect your distance as well, right? Because we want to have a certain amount of spin as it's flying through the air to hold it in the air,
Yeah.
right? But once I start to lose that spin, right, with the speed, then it just kind of falls out of the sky. And that might be what you're kind of experiencing a little bit with your varying distances. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay? And that's caused from our angle of attack and keeping those wrists down. That's going to create that spin that we're looking for. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Like hitting a pool ball, right? Angle of attack down. Create some spin. Go. There we go. Now we're starting to get there, pal. Does that make sense of what I'm talking about
Yeah.
with the spin?
Yep.
Okay. There we go. Let's create some spin. Spin, spin, sugar. Okay. Better? But the path is getting better, right?
Yeah.
We're at 4, getting closer to 0, which is good. Okay? Got to get closer to 0. Let's create some spin. Hit down one. Okay. Better. Good. Good. Okay. Good job. Is that starting to make sense to you?
Yeah.
Okay. Keep going with that. Give me a couple more here and let's talk about what we need to work on, okay? Any questions over here, big guy?
No.
Who's state playing? They're playing East Texas A&M.
Yeah, I don't even know if they're D1.
You think they found a high school team out in southwest El Paso and
Yeah.
okay? All right, give me one more here, big guy, and let's talk about what we need to work on, okay? Any
All right.
questions, as I said?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, it shouldn't be anything to sweat about.
Good. Okay. So, right, that's kind of more where our spin needs to be right here. Okay. We always want our spin to be about 1,000 less than what our number is.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's usually a rule of thumb. Okay, so that's where we want to live at right there. Okay, that's going to give us what we're trying to work on right there. It didn't give me the load point right there. Smash factor. Okay, we could probably do a little bit better. Okay, but the big thing is, as I said, if we get our numbers into about the 8,000, 7,000 stuff is, it tells me that we're hitting down on it.
Down on it.
Right? Once I start to kind of early release it a little bit, I start to add loft and I reduce the number of spin. Okay? So, let's talk about what we need to kind of work on here. And I think the big thing is it's not about using the club right now, it's just trying to get this motion down. Does that make sense? So we need to get here, right? We need to feel like we're turning behind it, right? So if I got a hold this stick for me.
Yep.
Yep. Right, so if I got right here, okay, kind of a good way to practice it, I think. Right, if I get a club just like this, I want to turn this back behind that pole. See where I'm at?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I just find that the most easiest way to visualize this, right? So I just get here, and then I just want to turn that club back behind it, and now you can see that everything's kind of more along my right side here, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Then I just need to push into the side. It's not this, okay? It's
Right.
just a small movement, right? And then really getting used to keeping my shoulders back and moving my trunk,
Mm-hmm.
right? That's going to be the big thing to kind of get you to move that club down in front of us,
Yeah.
okay? For you right now, you're getting here, you're moving, and then it's arms kind of go.
Yeah.
And then we start to release our hands.
Yep.
Come on in, my man.
Going on?
Nothing much. Okay, so that's what we need to kind of practice. So put our arms across our chest, big guy. Okay. I'm gonna put this right here. Okay. Yeah. All right, but keep your chest down. Okay. Feel like you're turning it down. There you go. Okay. Yeah. Right. There's not the chest not extending there, is it?
Nope.
Okay. It's okay. You're good. Yeah.
Set up.
You see what we're doing there?
Yeah.
Okay. So go again. Good. Now, I want you to bump. Right? Turn your waist. Okay. You're going to have to work on keeping those shoulders back just a little bit.
Okay.
Okay? Just a little bit. Okay? It's all within a hair of a second, right? There. Bump. Yeah, there you go. Okay, it's going to take time to get that, right?
Yeah.
But the big missing key for our sequence of 4, right, is that you're getting here, and then the arms and chest start to move, and you can see that your belly kind of stays in a stagnant position as you try to come through, and then you can see our arm gets over here. So if we can get used to the idea, if I get here, bump, just a small bump, as I said, feel my belly button start to turn out of the way, right? And I'm kind of keeping my arms back. Actually, what it does is as I turn, my arms drop. Okay, and then now I can really start to rotate and turn back up.
Yep.
Okay, but I think that's the big part of what we're missing right there is that as you get here, you bump, arms take over, and the hands go way out over here.
Yep.
Okay, so if we can get kind of more of this, you can see everything kind of sticks together. But once I start to do this, everything starts to go away.
All right.
Does that make sense,
Yep.
big guy? Any questions?
No.
Questions? Next week, same time, same bat channel?
You can schedule it. I think I might have like an in-person practice SAT at my school though.
Ooh, okay.
So, I think they said they were gonna be in September.
I'm not tired of that.
Yeah, it's like it takes like 3 hours. It's horrible.
Yeah. I remember those days, man.
Yeah.
Thank God I'm done with that.